People always want to ask me how to multiply your returns in the market without entering into an option. Guys, this is the video for you. Pay attention. I'm going to try and take my time just for a moment because it's an important video. And everyone needs to know about the parameters, the risks involved as well. Guys, as we look at like a BTC 5L, that's a long position. Long means the price is going to go up, right? You want the price to go up. You're entering into a position to capitalize on that. These are ETF coins. Guys, they will multiply the returns of Bitcoin by 5 or Ethereum by 5. To the upside or the downside. You can enter into a long that is going to go up. Guys, the price will go up, or a short that the price will go down and be rewarded at a 5x level. If you click on markets, guys, the tabs along here will be very instrumental for you. All types of tabs along here, guys. Metaverse, NFT, all your coins are categorized. This 5 ETF is what we want to look at right now. Guys, look at this BTC 5L, and you guys will learn something. I hope you learned something here. I want to talk about the overall pricing function here of this 5X product. And guys, you won't receive a margin call. That's the nice thing. You won't get a margin call. You won't be completely liquidated out of your account. It has a normal order book, right? You see the bid and the ask. You can judge the spread, etc. I would say on a larger position, guys, you need to be, excuse me, you will need to operate above or below that bid or that ask somewhat significantly. It may compromise your ability to get in and out quickly on a larger entry on one of these. You guys who trade heavily, you guys know what I'm talking about specifically. So I also want to talk about some of the dynamics of these. Let's go ahead and measure out. Essentially, let's measure out. Let me go ahead and get this toolbar. Let me measure out kind of some of the returns that we've experienced here. Let's go through, let's say the original run-up that we had from, I remember it was, what was that, guys? That was under 30,000, I believe. Yeah, under 30,000, about 29,750 for Bitcoin. Let's just measure a portion of this. I recognize that chart pattern, about 400 or 500%, right? Very nice. That's in excess. You guys know we achieved about, what was that? About an 80 to 90% return, thereabouts, about an 85% return. So that's multiplied by 5, guys, a 400% return. That's nice. Now let's talk about that. But you guys know we also capitulated about 23% or so. You guys remember that? It was a decent discount that the market offered us. Look at the value of the ETF, guys. The ETF decreased by 84%, right? So I want you guys to pay attention to the compound nature on the upside, also to the downside. That's why we only enter into these when we're very certain, guys, very certain. And that's why we pay a lot of attention to the technicals, guys. These can be very profitable, but we need to make sure that we're in this high degree of certainty. Let me just delete these in terms of that. So, and you'll have essentially even a capitulation. I want to talk about this this previous zone. Just understand these are not hold coins, guys. These are not hold coins. These are, power plays. You want to multiply your returns. Look at the essentially earlier in the year. I just want to kind of focus on these, and I want you to see that, yeah, the price did increase dramatically. We had a great return on these, 300, 400, 500%. Let's get into the proper. Hold on one second. A little distracted here. Let me focus 1 second here. If we look on this, and I may change the color of that in 1 second if I can't focus. There we go. I can focus on that now. Pardon me for that, guys. As we look at the return function on this, let's go ahead and measure the return function earlier in the year. Yeah, 1,000%. That was nice, huh? Bitcoin did. It went at 10x. Right? Absolutely. But then look at the return value, guys, to the downside. Once we had that severe pour down, right? That was a severe issue, guys. It returned to essentially zero, guys. It restarted. If you'll see down in this area, down in this bottom area, guys, you achieved almost a zero value. So in terms of holding these, guys, these are not hold coins. These are trade coins when you're coming out of a pattern, when you're working with the trend, etc. So I might, for the next video, if we do another one of these, and I'm happy to do, guys, to do kind of instructionals on market technique, etc. That's a little bit better. There we see that blue is nice. You'll see that kind of return to zero, while Bitcoin in the background is really retracing to a period that I'd say a pricing level that is, is still manageable. This ETF is going to really just take off all of the value, guys. Why? Because in the background, these are managed by they're managed by perpetuals, by options. So, in terms of saying, excuse me, you will not be liquidated, the fact is, if you do hold them long enough, guys, you will be washed out of the market. So, unless you just continue an uptrend, ad infinitum, but on a severe retrace or a hefty retrace, guys, you're going to lose your position. So make sure that you're dealing with really solid technicals and that you're very certain of the direction, guys. They're not something to be toyed with. And guys, I would say the nice thing is you don't have to put as much much cash into it, you can still get that 5x return, right, to the upside or the downside. Now, that would be the flip side of this. As we look at this capitulation in price here of this move of, let's say, what would we say? Say an 80% move to the downside. The good news is what, guys? Well, the good news is this dropped. Let's say this dropped. This says 134%. That's going to be that's incorrect. I'm on the wrong line again. There we go. I'm sorry about that. If we look at that blue line again, that was on the original, but understand we were measuring the original price based upon. Let's do this on the blue line. The blue line is our ETF, right? I got those mixed up for 1 second. That was, let's say, a 96%, okay? But you'll just understand I was measuring on the Bitcoin actual price chart in the back. Now we're on that blue line. If you could just separate this out, it's not that easy, but 96% drop, guys, is indicative of what? Well, during this time, this 5 long, okay, because in the background you see the purple was going down. That's the price of Bitcoin was going down pretty dramatically, about 50%. Well, the long product lost that much, right? It really did. Let's look at the BTC. If I can do this, this will be instructional. Let's look at the BTC instead of long. The BTC, let's see, where is that? BTC 5S product. Let's look at that 5S product. You can dismiss that warning. We've talked with customer service about that, etc. It's inapplicable, guys. In terms of this, we have with copious notes, etc. Guys, we've dealt with them. Believe me. So in terms of this, guys, in terms of that short position, okay, where we lost 95% of the value, I do want to bring this up. Can you believe that during about that same time frame, do you see the purple has stayed there? That's the price of BTC along that 50% correction, right? So that BTC 5 short position, for people who got that right, guys, that was a return in excess, I want to say in excess of 2,000%, okay? So that was a big move for people who decided, yep, let's go ahead and short this sucker. Look, I'm going to say, you do the measurements, guys. Do them on your desktop and make sure they're accurate. I'm on the phone right now. In excess of 1,500%, guys. Big returns on the short, whereas on the long position during the capitulation in price, guys, during that capitulation in price, you lost 98% of the value on these ETFs. In the short position, for those who said, yes, it's over, and you guys know we called the top. In fact, one of the guys I'm making this video for, he's got a chart of me saying, yep, this is it for Bitcoin, right? And then the hammer down, right? That would be a position where this short would kick into play and this 2,000+%, because it wasn't even on the map. Bitcoin was doing so great. So these are just phenomenal investment instruments. The one thing I'll say about them, it's nice because at a 5 times level, you don't have to invest as much, right? You can scale back a little bit and let that compound factor do the work for you. Kind of cool, huh? Yeah, instead of like, well, I want to put, say 50 grand in. Well, you could actually just put 10 grand in if you're certain about the position, etc. Or you could multiply your larger position. You guys understand you can kind of make your capital work for you, but you need to make sure about that direction, and it's not a long-term hold, guys. And it's just not. So in terms of that, what else can I tell you guys about these? The one caveat, guys, one caveat. And I want to shout out to Angel because I know he loves to trade these. And Angel, love you, brother. Hope everything's well. I know you're spending time with your family. I may have mentioned that already, but just want to make sure that they're in heart and in spirit. We all are, VIP, etc. Also, Daryl, shout out. We hope you're doing well. You and your family. Big shout out, and also to AJ Crypto. Hope you're feeling better, brother. Absolutely. And I hope you guys are all learning from this. Now, in terms of the final impact here, I want to talk about these. The fact that these are managed by perpetuals in the background. You'll get that notice when you click up on them. Hey, this is a perpetual. You have to click along, and that's the only error you'll get, or let's say notification that you'll get is, hey, these are managed in the perpetual space. You need to make sure of that on your cell phone when you execute these. Just make sure there's an option behind it. There is a risk, and just know that I told you this, guys. There is a risk, okay, that when you enter into a position, that the perpetual contract in the background will not execute. There is a risk that perpetual contract, that option which governs these, now these are not options, but that perpetual contract will not execute in the background, okay? Just understand that the exchange has that carve-out clause. Guys, I have had it happen to me. I've executed a beautiful trade. I've had things go phenomenally well. I want you guys to kind of play with them lightly until you can kind of understand the dynamics of these. And so I'm not going to just, boldface say everybody go 5x on this or that coin. Guys, particularly on options, I won't say that. And I'm going to bring up the truth of the fact that the exchange, the exchange has kind of I would just say, a sidestep routine, which, if you really get one of these drastically right, you know, it may occur that the exchange literally could not satisfy their portion of the perpetual. I just want to bring that up as a possibility. If you've never had it happen to you, you may say, well, London, I've traded these for years and I've never had that happen to me. Maybe you haven't hit that extreme, okay? I've hit 2 of those extremes in the last 6 weeks, okay? It is on the extreme that you will hit something like that, but if you're very into technicals, you may be on that cusp. And so I've had, you know, I book these all the time, guys, but there is a threshold at which the exchange will be like, well, we couldn't cover that one. We couldn't even execute an option on that one. So there is that extreme. Understand that if you're operating on that very, very, you know, and essentially, guys, that's probably on the maybe the extreme 2%, etc. of these. But let me know your experience on them. You guys are very sophisticated traders as well, so it may be something that you experience. I don't know, but on the extremes, guys, you may not be able to essentially execute on these. So just wanted to bring this to you. Got a question from a trader, and you guys see how the longs and the shorts work. You understand that, yes, these are all, and I'll cover these menu options real quickly for you. This could be a good video to refer to in the future. On Gate, you know, definitely we have those ETFs. That's what these are, guys, these 5Ls, 5S's. You also have the 3L, the 3S, etc. ETF right here. You also have the ETH pairs. If you guys want to look at all the ETH pairs in terms of what you can trade with an ETH pair, right? You have the standard USD, right? You have the USDT, right? Okay, that's these are the specific items across the top. You have exchange tokens, which are nice, right? You have also the options here, DeFi, which is nice. Just categorize all of the DeFi coins here. Very interesting, right? You have the metaverse, all these new metaverse coins. Now we have lists that do not, the guys that are not have coins that are not on these lists. I want to let you guys know we do a lot of work between the NFTs, the memes, and the polka, guys, between all these layers, etc. I want to let you guys know that. Don't get bored yet. What is the final thing I want to let you guys know? Okay, we've covered this, and now we've covered the possibility that if you're on the extreme, and I would say you're winning, if you really win on one of those, I mean, it's going to be you're in the top 1% of the market, probably 1% of 1% where that could occur. But let me know your experience on that, and I do bring that as a caveat. In terms of the crypto kingdom, guys, I want to let you guys know to definitely not only follow us, but this is your sign up right there. That's your sign up for those 5L and 5S positions, also the 3L and 3S. You're going to want to use that specific link so that your data is connected. It'll be connected with mine, with Angel, with everybody, guys. Angel's our chief benefactor. You guys know that. Big shout out to Angel. We love trading. Angel and I've had a lot of success this year, tons of success. Luna was our big trade. We also did very well on Bitcoin. I hope all of you guys have done very well on Bitcoin. Since I talked about that $45,000 kind of level, right? That was kind of the floor level, right? Have a position at that 45,000. I want to go to Bitcoin Spike real quickly, and I want to dig into this profile section and also show you that gate link is right there. Make sure that you're on that link. Also, $5,500 in the guys in USDT. You have to go through some registration, etc. I'm not sure what all the parameters are, but check that out, guys. That is something that is there by Gate, and yeah, some cool charts were thrown up along the way. You guys make sure that you're plugged into the Twitter. I mean, this was a nice chart that I pulled up yesterday in terms of a logarithmically scaled Bitcoin chart on the monthly. Have you guys seen that? That's a nice chart. Just wanted to spend some time tonight going through some different things, and if you guys have some extra kind of breathing room to spend some time and yeah, just kind of listen to something for a bit. Maybe you're a little bored, or maybe something's going on and you just felt like, well, maybe I just wanted to listen to London for a minute. Well, maybe I just wanted to talk to you guys for a minute. How about that? So yeah, we did a Harmony 1 session earlier today. If you guys are in Harmony 1, congrats. You may have a 1, I bet you have a 1 here. Hey, I bet you do, don't you? Yeah, I bet you do on this ETF, don't you? Yeah, I bet you almost, let's see, do we have 1? Oh, come on, do we have? Yes, we do, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and say yes, we do. We have Doge. You guys know we have Doge. Did you guys know we have Doge 3? That's going to be great. And that's all the Doge guys needs is, what you're talking about, we get 3 times. Yeah, you get 3 times the returns. Let's see, 1 inch. Let's go down to 1. I want to make sure that you guys are on in terms of, not 1 inch, the 1. Harmony 1. Let's see, there's Doge. You guys see Doge right there? Nice, huh? You see the Doge right there. You see EOS. You see all of these. These are on 3S. I think one is on 3S. H-bar, all types of things, guys. Here you have 5L and 5S positions on some of these. Let's see on the one. Did we, just because I did the video earlier, there you go. You guys can get 3 times the returns and the risk, I'll say, to the downside. Just make sure that you guys know where you're headed. When you're in a strong trend, a breakout, etc., we just love these coins. They're very nice. And always, guys, always just experiment with them a little bit beforehand and don't get too heavily involved before you know how they're going to kind of treat you, and don't get surprised by one that may not execute in the background. So just enjoy them, guys. Enjoy the crypto space. This is London with Crypto Kingdom. I want you guys to go ahead and also join, if you could, join the VIP. We're always in the back, guys, going through great stuff. And just talking about, constant charts, constant updates, constant new coins, etc. It's a really cool group. I just have to say that. Shout out to Luke. Luke, we've loved your charts. It's been great to see you. But guys, we're posting things to help each other. We're constantly trying to better the group, and just a lot of different notices, hitting the hot coins, the new startup coins, etc. And always posting charts heavy on technical analysis. You guys, this is London. Just wanted to kind of make a video. If anyone's out there and trading and maybe you don't have a good group to be with, guys, this is the group to be with. I just want to let you guys know we would welcome you, and we look forward to bringing you more critical information, I'd say timely and accurate information, to help you profit in the market. It's that easy, guys. Take care of yourselves. This is London with Crypto Kingdom and Bitcoin Spike.